Hey friends, we're going to work on Mission 3, Lesson 14 today. Our objective is I can explore conservation of volume by pouring. So let's get started. In the last lesson, we talked about capacities of our containers. I wonder what the capacity of this bowl would be. And remember, we talked about capacity is how much something could hold. How do you think we could figure out the capacity of this bowl? Take a minute and speak with someone at your home about that. You may pause the video. All right, you may have said we could fill it with something. So today I'm going to measure the capacity of this bowl using rice. So I'm going to measure it in tablespoons. So I have 1, 2, 3. Make sure you're counting with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost there, 11, 12, 13. Ooh, I think I can fit some more. Maybe 1 or 2 more. 14. Oh, looks like 14 is going to be my max. And how do we know when we've reached the capacity? Very good, because we want to fill it all the way to the top, but not with going over. So remember, our capacity is how much something can hold. Now, look at this container. I wonder if the capacity of this container is more than or less than the capacity with our container we started with. Talk with someone at your house. Would this container have a greater capacity or a smaller capacity than the container we just filled? Take a minute and discuss that with someone. Let's test your hypothesis. Let's test your guess. And I'm going to use a tool called a funnel to make sure that I don't spill any of the rice like I did in our last lesson. So let's test. Is the capacity of this container more or less than the capacity of this container? Look at how that funnel works. Isn't that neat? And make sure I do not make a big old mess. All right. And if we look here, the capacity of our new container is greater than the capacity of this container. You can tell because there's room for more rice. This only held, I believe we said 16 tablespoons of rice, and this one could hold many more. Like we could keep filling this up and up and up. So the larger the container, the greater the capacity. Now, let's explore with another container. I have my original container that we filled with rice. Do you think the capacity of this container is greater or less than the capacity of this container? Look at the shape of them. Look at how deep they are. Which of these containers do you believe has the greater capacity? The one that's already filled or the one that we're going to try to fill? All right, let's test it. I'm going to use my funnel again, remember. That's a tool we can use to not make a mess. Oh, I already made a little bit of a mess. And we want to make sure that we have an accurate measurement. Let's see. We're getting pretty full. Let's look. I might could put a little more in there without going over. All right, so I poured some in this container, but look what's left. So is the capacity of this container greater or less than the capacity of this container? It was greater, because if I'd have kept on pouring, what would have happened? Oh, we would have made a mess because there's not enough room in this container for all the rice that was in this container, because this capacity is greater than the capacity of the other container. Share something that you've learned during these 2 experiments with someone at your house. You might find some rice at your house and explore with the different containers you can gather from around your house. See which one has a greater capacity. See which one has a smaller capacity. Then maybe you could even challenge yourself to find two containers that have the exact same capacity. Have a great day.